kindly go ahead.
Yes, roll number 43. Roll number 43.
Yes, sir. 43 years, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir का biodata read कीजिए sir.
So this is Professor Pandharipande profile, right, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, right, sir. Yes.
Yes, yes.
सर अटेंडेंस नहीं है क्या?
सर नहीं, अभी अटेंडेंस मैनुअली आपका ले जाएंगे. ऑलरेडी सर ज्वाइन हो चुके हैं, तो मैनुअली अटेंड हो जाएगा सब.
So shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It's an honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed guest, Professor V.M. Pandharipande, a distinguished academician, researcher, administrator, and a lifelong educator. Professor Pandharipande graduated from VRCE, now it is called as VNIT at Nagpur, and went on to complete his MTech and PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering, specializing in microwave and radar engineering from prestigious IIT Kharagpur. He began his career as a scientist officer at TIFR Mumbai and later served as a faculty member at the Radar and Communication Center IIT from 1974 to 1983. He then joined Osmania University as a professor of ECE in 1983, where he served with great distinction until his retirement in 2009. He also held key positions such as head of the department, dean, and the director of CEME. Professor Pandharipande was later appointed as Vice Chancellor of Baba Sahib University and served in his esteemed role from 2011 to 2014, bringing visionary leadership and an academic excellence to the institutions. Over his illustration career, he has guided 14 PhD scholars, published over 160 research papers,
Roll number 6 present, sir.
DRDO, CSIR, AICT, and DSD. His contribution to the teaching and research have recognized through multiple prestigious awards, including Best Teacher Award by the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sir Vishweshwara Award from the Institutions of Engineers, Anna University National Award from ISTE, Ramlal Wadhwa Gold Medal, and 2 other awards from IETE Delhi. Even at the age of 75, Professor Pandharipande continues to actively teach at Osmania University with the 3 rare distinctions of having taught for over 4 decades. In addition to his technical contribution, he is a prolific Marathi author with 32 published textbooks and trained thousands of scientists, engineers, and faculty members through workshops and intensive short-term program in radar and communication engineering. We are deeply honored to welcome Professor V.M. Pandhari, Professor, whose life and work continues to inspire the generations of learner, educator, and innovators. We welcome you, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
I'm audible?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I thank the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar Marathwada University for inviting me to this UGC program. And as I understand, all of you are management people. So is it not? Before I start, let me tell you a few things that please remember that I'm not a person from management faculty. As that person has read my biodata, faculty member. My background is engineering background. But still, these people have forced me to, or insisted that I should talk about some management and leadership issues involved. Let us see how we can do it. Before I start, let me make it very clear that let this be a session in discussion mode rather than, simply lecturing and one-way traffic from my side. I always believe that learning is always through questioning, doubting, and not just listening. So our, normal way of lecturing is simply one person talks for 60 minutes and the others listen. But instead of that, everybody participate. And as a result, I would like to say that if you have any doubt in between, you can question me. And there is no necessity that you should agree with each and every statement which I am making or whatever thought I am presenting. There is no need. You can have different opinion because, my word cannot be treated as the last word or, as if it is something like a postulate or something. No. Everybody has always, everything has a different opinion on every issue or every statement or every technology or every school of thought. So same is the case here. Another thing I would like to say that there is, I think they expect some homework, etc. for you. So from my side, what I expect that as soon as my lecture is over, each one of you, based on my lecture, should frame only two multiple choice questions. They should be based on my lectures and you give some 4 options and mail your questions to the coordinator after my lecture is over. That's all. You have to simply send only 2 multiple choice questions. You have to frame. They should be based on my lecture, and that will force you to listen to me because you have to frame those questions and therefore be attentive. And once you send it, suppose there are, let us say, 100 participants, I am assuming. So coordinator will get 100 into 2, 200 questions. And coordinator then will send all those 200 questions to you, which again you can go through and submit finally to the coordinator. That would be the thing. It's a very nice way of participating. Rather, I should say, active participation, actively participating in this whole session. Now, when we talk about management or engineering or technology, let us try to first of all question ourselves that what are the challenges of 21st century? Can somebody show my slides? There is one slide which I have shown that, there are challenges of engineers and management in 21st century. Those slides can be shown one by one from your side. Is coordinator managing those slides?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, try to show it. Doesn't matter. You can show one by one. Now, the main problem of this, so this is the major changes expected in the industry and business environment in near future. These are the competencies needed. These competencies needed are now drastically changing. What was the competence needed, let us say, 10 years back or 20 years back? They are absolutely not valid. But unfortunately, our educational system is so lethargic that we keep on teaching the same thing again and again and again and again. Same textbooks, same technology, same concepts. And therefore, in order to keep ourselves updated, of course, there is a now new national education policy where demands the thorough revision of the entire curriculum in every faculty, management, engineering, arts, commerce, everything. And it also demands not a narrow-minded education, in the sense that, if I give you an analogy, our earlier education was something like a triangle. You have, in geometry, you know what is a triangle. So it was a triangular shape of the thing that in the beginning, in the school, we study all the subjects, languages, mother tongue, English, Hindi, whatever is your mother tongue, and then social studies, civics, economics, some science, mathematics, etc. And as you go up and up, we start choosing specialization. Somebody goes to commerce, somebody goes to science, somebody goes to arts, somebody goes to fine arts, and so on. And then after 12th, then again there is a engineering, management, science college, arts college, commerce college. So as you go up and up, it is like a triangle. And then when you do postgraduate, you do postgraduate only in physics, only in chemistry, only in financial management, even your management also, HR, some specializations are there, finance, HR, etc. So like that, it is narrow and narrow. Whereas, and again, when you become PhD, again it becomes narrow. Especially in the field of medical, for example. In MBBS, they teach everything, medicine, all branches of, medical science, surgery, ophthalmology, everything. But as you go up, MD, doing post-graduation, you become specializations. Specialization. And then again, in engineering, there is something called as super specialty. So you become narrow and narrow. But today's changing environment is such that you need a competence in many fields at a time. You cannot say, I am expert only in finance. I am expert only in engineering. I am only expert in that too, mechanical engineering. I don't know electronics. I don't know computers. Right? That type of attitude will not survive in the future. That is what it is said, that what are the changes? Competences needed are broad-banded. That is, we call it broad-banded. I must know everything. And that is the type of the education, that when we think that what is the difference between the education, let us say, our country and United States. I'll give an example. Say, I think 10 or 12 years back, he's Indian professor, Professor Venkatram, he got a Nobel Prize in chemistry. He's Indian, but of course working in the United States, got a Nobel Prize in chemistry. But believe me, all his degrees are in physics. His MSc, PhD, everything is in physics. But he got a Nobel Prize in physics, chemistry. And he teaches biochemistry. He is doing research in biotechnology. So you see the wide variety. In our country, suppose I am MSc in physics and I want to do something in, let us say, mathematics. I want to do it in research in mathematics. And I am MSc in physics. University will not permit. Will not permit. Just now you are, somebody, they introduced that I have written 32 books in Marathi literature. right? Even being an engineer, I have written 32 books in Marathi literature. Suppose now I go to the university and I say, I want to do PhD in Marathi. They won't allow me because I am not MA in Marathi. Basic requirement, I should be Master of Arts in Marathi. My Marathi may be better than a teacher who is teaching Marathi. That is different story. But they won't allow me to do research or something in Marathi or Hindi, whatever. So these type of restrictions are holding our thing. In fact, a physics person what is wrong in doing research in mathematics? A physics person has to do a lot of mathematics. In fact, all science is a lot of mathematics. In engineering, also a lot of mathematics. Suppose electronics person wants to do PhD in computer science. Of course, abroad it is allowed. If you go to United States, it is allowed. But in our country, from one university to another university, they will restrict. So this type of restrictions is holding our attitude in growing up in the field of education. So this is really a big issue. Another thing is competition is increasing. New management technologies are coming, new success factors are coming, new definitions are coming. And if I am not aware of those things, for example, now everybody is talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. So at least you should know what those things are. If I say I do not know what is artificial intelligence, then I am doubtful whether after 10 years you will survive or not. So since the learning pattern is fast developing, a new pattern of work is coming. Earlier they used to call there was an industry revolution, right? So they used to say blue-colored jobs were there. Blue-colored job. What does it mean? Blue collar. Yeah, blue-collar jobs. It means the person working in the industry is a manager or a technical supervisor or whatever, managing industry, big industrial products, big industrial processes. Then came the IT revolution, information technology. So they say it is white collar jobs. They call it white collar jobs. So from blue collar, it came to white collar jobs, with tie and suit and all that. But now, in future, you are going to have no collar jobs. It will be surprise. No white collar, no blue collar, no collar jobs. Because computer is doing everything. AI is going to take over the whole thing. And the danger of this new revolution, which is coming because of the so-called artificial intelligence, is that so far in industry evolution, the control of everything was in the hands of human being. For example, when printing technology came, let us say printing technology, we started printing books, printing, newspapers, magazines, books, all that. Printing technology came. But which book to send? Book was written by human being. The printing machine will not print whatever they want to print. No, we have to feed the data. We have to give the manuscript. When the book will be printed. Similarly, when railway came, aeroplane, all these inventions came. So, but in case of a railway, how to start, where to start, with which speed to go, which station to stop, all these decisions are in the hands of the driver. Same is the case of pilot when the aeroplane. He navigates, pilot navigates. Although, of course, autopilot is there and they don't have to do it. Navigation is there. But still, the control is still in the hands of pilot. It is not without pilot. But The problem with artificial intelligence is it is not a tool. It is an agent. It is an agent. It is going to take, once you feed the data, what to go, where to go, well, it will decide on its own. And that is real danger for human. And that is why, people are worried about this new technology. So what is called as artificial intelligence is very dangerous. Another danger is, and that you are all experiencing. We say my phone is hacked, my bank account is hacked, my social media account is hacked. That type of things you are talking. But because of artificial intelligence, please remember, human being himself is or herself is hacked. What is the meaning of this? That human being is hacked. Is so very dangerous. What is the meaning of this? That human being is hacked. Meaning is that agent, what is called as artificial intelligence, knows you better than you know yourself. You understand? That agent called as artificial intelligence knows you better than you know yourself. And this is very dangerous. For example, let me tell you, the fact that I am giving a lecture to different people now stationed at different locations through the UGC unit of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University is known to whole world. It is not limited to you and me. It is not at all a secret. It is known because I have started my computer and I started using that Zoom meeting. So the information has gone everywhere. Whenever I go by taxi, Uber taxi, from one place to another place, it is not my personal journey. Because since I have already used that app called Uber app from Google, automatically everybody knows. It is viral. Everybody knows. So whenever I'm going to, for example, I'm using YouTube, I'm using Instagram, whatever continuously I'm using, suppose I'm using classical music, I'm using what type of videos I'm seeing, what type of podcast I'm seeing, all computer is watching you. He knows, computer knows, or AI knows your likes, dislikes, your nature, how you get irritated when you are, for example, when you are using Kindle and you are getting excited, or you don't like something, after 2 pages you are not using. So the Kindle fellow knows what you like and what you dislike. So your liking, disliking, everything becomes available on this social media agent called as artificial. And this is a very, very dangerous thing. That's why, people are always thinking and cautioning the whole world how to control this. And unfortunately, the control is not in many hands. It is in the hands of only few countries. And at present, it is only United States and China. That's all. Only these two countries have the control. The rest of the world, they don't have so-called much control. Of course, slowly everybody says we are entering. India is also saying we are working on artificial intelligence, etc., etc. But the real keys are still in the hands of United States and China only. And we have to be very careful as a big democracy in our country. Because I tell you, the definition of democracy is also going to change. Definition of religion will be changing because of this artificial. You are not understanding. Because see, when we talk about democracy, what is democracy? Democracy is discussion, taking decision together, for the cause of society, for the good cause of society. That is called democracy. But if that is going to be controlled by a decision maker, which is some hacker somewhere and doesn't have a face of human being, then it is really because you are getting, I should say, not only hacked, but you are getting also, what you can say, you are dominated by somebody else. You are controlled by somebody else. So this is a very dangerous thing. And your education, your management, your way of management, your professionalism should have this type of qualities or adaptability, I should say, adaptability to this new change. Adaptability to this new change. That is the, when you talk about good leadership quality, etc., what is important that you get adapt. See, for example, suppose I am used to some city. A person who is, let us say, in a small city like Nagpur or Sambhajinagar, Aurangabad, Sambhajinagar, or some small city in Maharashtra, if he has to go to Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Delhi, he will not get adapt. There are issues, or even there are issues. I have seen, see, our engineering students, they used to, or IIT students, once they graduate, they go to United States for MS and PhD, and they don't come back. But that is a very regular phenomenon. But do you know that all these people, when they go there, at least for 3 months to 6 months, they get a cultural shock, social shock, because society is different, the way of talking is different, way of behaving is different, teacher-student relationships are different. Even I tell you, even in 1970, I graduated from Regional Engineering College in Nagpur. And when I went for post-graduation to IIT Kharagpur, we had first semester, it was a really extremely difficult for us because syllabus was not matching. Our, whatever you say, of course, English medium, etc., is all, definitely we had all education in English medium. But IIT education is totally different. There was no spoon feeding, for example. There was no spoon feeding. So apart from we found that people coming from different states with different intelligent backgrounds, different social backgrounds, and you have to mix with them. They talk with, sometimes most of them come from, these Christian colleges and all that. Their English was very good. Sometimes, of course, some people were having a problem in communication, coming from village background, for example. Now that still we are experiencing in our engineering education. Those people who are coming from village background, they have a problem in communication. And syllabus difference, what we were taught at undergraduate and at what level, teacher is starting at post-graduation level, that itself is a different. So, as a manager, for example, you are talking about leadership quality and managerial quality. Is it not? So, if IIT professors or IIT head of the department would not have understood as a leader our difficulties, then really would have faced. But let me tell you, when we are talking about the leadership quality, I must give full marks to those Bengali teachers in IIT Kharagpur who really understood our problems, and they helped us going out of the way. I still remember they told, for example, when we were not up to the mark as far as the syllabus is concerned, they told, okay, in the timetable, the lab work is only for 2 days. But you have to come to the lab every day in the afternoon. That's all. That was the instruction. And remember, as far as engineering is concerned, or for that matter, anything, any education, you learn only through practice. It means only through laboratory. Real education, even in your management, you may be teaching all your banking, commerce, and all that thing. But banking techniques, etc., unless you work in the bank, commerce, finance, etc., unless you work in a bank, unless you know what are the rules and the way in which, those people fix those interest rates, though the way in which they disburse loans, what are their rules, etc., how the stock markets are changing it. I mean, that type of thing cannot be learned from textbooks. You have to go there and mix with these people and learn. And that is how our, these people help. So this is what that leadership is. Let me tell you another quality of a leader, what a good leader means. See, leader cannot dictate. He has to take everybody together. You should not give, as a leader, you are not supposed to give orders. Do this, do that. No. The sentence should be, let us do. Not do this, do this. No, let us do. Can we do this? For I remember, I cannot forget, one of the head of the department in IIT, of course, as they told you, after MTech and after serving some time in Mumbai, I again went back to IIT and joined there as a teacher. So I was a junior, and my own teacher, Bengali professors, they were senior head of the department. So I have experienced, I am a lecturer, very junior. But suppose head of the department has to tell me something, some work. Generally, what head of the department will do in your department or in your environment of university, he will send a peon. Is it not? He will send a peon and say, go and call Pandharipande. Is it not? But our head of the department was so generous, so gentle, so thorough gentleman. He used to come to my room. Can you believe it? He used to come to my room, and then he will say, of course, when he comes, you stand up, etc. Then he will say, he will put his hand on my shoulder. See, each and everything is I am telling is very important. He used to put his hands on my shoulder and say, Pandharipande, tomorrow when team is coming from Delhi, we have to give some presentation to them. Will it be possible to help me? No, he is not telling, do this. No, he is saying, will it be possible for you to help me? Let us prepare this presentation very nicely and impress them, because we are going to give, if that, their visit is successful, we are going to get a grant of at least 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs. See the way in which he is talking, the way in which he is instructing. Otherwise, normally what do? Oh, you instruct as a leader, you instruct that your junior should come in your cabin. You will not move from your cabin. You will be in that revolving chair. This revolving chair culture is again another danger. Everybody joins any post. The first thing he wants, even if he's a lecturer, he wants a separate room, separate office, AC in his office. He wants a revolving chair, excellent furniture. I served my Usman University for more than 3 decades. And that too as a full professor. In 1983, I joined Usman University as a full professor and served there as a full professor for 30 years. I never had AC in my room. Never had. I never had a revolving chair, a normal chair. Even today, now I have retired in 2009. Unfortunately or unfortunately, still my office, my nameplate is there. It doesn't have a AC. It doesn't have a revolving chair. Ordinary office, ordinary room, ordinary. So please remember, as a leader, because you teach by example. In management, you teach by an example. Now, let me tell you a beautiful story. People say you should be professional. You know, then you talk about quality. Quality, and nobody knows what is quality. See, people talk, no, quality product, quality environment, and nobody knows how quality is defined, because quality in education is different than quality in Bajaj Electronics, quality in Infosys, quality in Tata Consultancy, quality in central government, quality in UGC. So word B is same, but the parameters which are defined to, which define the quality, cannot be same. In municipal corporation, the definition of quality is different. In hospital, the definition of quality is different. So please remember, when you talk about quality, when you talk about professionalism, you must, unless you understand the meaning behind that, you cannot solve the problem, or you cannot understand the problem. Understanding problem is more important than solving the problem. Remember, because if you cannot understand the problem, how can you solve a problem? You cannot solve a problem. So understanding the problem is very important. Understanding the meaning of the words is very important. So whenever we talk about, when you learn some concepts, new concepts, problem solving, identification of the problem, explore and develop alternating solutions. Generally, and what is taught in our educational system, one problem, one solution. No, one problem has multiple solutions. It is not 2 plus 2, 4. It is always not true. Things can change. 2 plus 2 is 4 is not a universal truth, because 2 mangoes and 2 bananas cannot make 4. All 2 plus 2 will become, because these 2 bananas and 2 bananas will make 4 bananas. But 2 bananas and 2 oranges or 2 mangoes cannot make 4. So whenever you are teaching the concept, you must understand the thing. See, for example, science. Science. What is science? Science is a continuously changing phenomenon. Continuously changing. What is true today is not true tomorrow. Is not true day after tomorrow. Science is correcting mistakes. Science is correcting mistakes. Always people have corrected mistakes. And unless you commit a mistakes, there is no progress. I think some of you, at least in the, if you have studied some science in your school, you must be knowing that, matter, for example, matter. One scientist 100 years back said matter is a particle. Thomson. Thomson. He said matter is a particle. He gets a Nobel Prize. Just to say, just to make a statement that matter is a particle. He gets a Nobel Prize. After 30 years, his own son, another Thomson, says, no, matter is not a particle. Matter is a wave. Matter is a wave. He also gets Nobel Prize. Remember. Again, after some years, one person called Heisenberg comes. He says, no, matter is not a wave. It is not a particle. It is uncertain. He gives a principle called as uncertainty principle. He also gets Nobel Prize. And now People are saying it is not a wave, it is not a particle, it is something quantum. Another theory is coming. So everything is changing. Whatever another thing, as a leader, as a professional, you must understand. And in fact, what is science? Science is a quest for truth. Science is quest for truth. And fortunately or unfortunately, this truth is changing. Truth is not a fixed thing. And truth and fact, again, you see, there is a difference between these two words, truth and fact. I'll give an example. Suppose you see a news on TV that there is an accident in Mumbai, and train accident in Mumbai, and 80 people died in the accident. Now, you go to another channel. That channel says 100 people have died. There is a train accident in Mumbai, 100 people have died. Change another channel, 90 have died. So nobody knows. Even you must be remembering that plane accident at Ahmedabad in Gujarat, recent Air India accident. Immediately they said all have died. Once that thing was there, after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, all have died, or 249 or whatever is number. But the fact, the fact was all have died, but truth was one person survived. One person survived in that accident. That is known. So please remember, you as a professional, as a manager, as a leader, you have to differentiate between truth and fact. Truth is something fixed, and quest for truth is important. Fact is, what is happening because of this so-called information technology, or lot of information you are getting, all chat GPT, Google, etc. Lot of information is being thrown to you. Good information, bad information. You are being brainwashed. You are being brainwashed, and you start believing. Suppose some news is there. Trump has, put some 30%, 25% tax. And then on that issue, whatever these people are, discussion, etc. is going on. So you keep on, getting a momentum, and that, okay, Trump is a very bad person. He has done something like that against India, etc. How do you know? You do not know why he has done it. Have you understood American problems? Are you aware of the American democracy or the way in which American government works? We are not aware, but we are expert in making decisions and deciding the facts. So this is the problem with us. So much information. So if you do not get correct information, then your decisions are likely to be affected as a leader. Remember, see, suppose I am a vice chancellor, right? I am sitting in the chair. Some students are coming and then saying, sir, the paper is leaked. Paper is leaked. There is a newspaper also. In newspaper also, they say the tomorrow paper is already there in the thing. That is information. I have to find the truth. Whether really the paper which is there which is being circulated, is it the paper which has the examination branch has printed, or something else? Because I'm telling all these things from my personal experience. The truth may be different. Actually, the paper is not leaked. The information is paper is leaked. So you have to be very careful what, otherwise I tell you, you are all getting, and especially, I don't know, I think I'm sure you must also be victim of this thing. Suppose something happens to me, medically, something wrong with me. Suddenly blood pressure has gone up or something. What do I do? Go to Chat GPT. I don't go to doctor. I don't go to hospital. No, Chat GPT or Google. And I start searching. And there are some scaring information. They tell, no, this is very dangerous. This it will tell. Suddenly, suppose my blood pressure is 100, 120, 130 by 90. By looking at that information, it goes to 150, which is not required. The problem may not be there. Sometimes I might have got some shock, and because of that, there is a sudden rise, and that is a natural. In fact, there is a natural. But because of this wrong information, my decision-making capability is affecting. And as a leader or as a decision maker, this is very dangerous. So you have to be very careful. That's what I'm telling you. You have to be very careful about this when you use this word. People say you must be professional. Does anybody knows what is the meaning of professionalism? What do you mean? That no, everybody says, especially in your management field, they say, no, you are not professional. He is not professional. What do you mean? He is not professional. Let me tell you a beautiful story. There is a company called as Mindtree. Mindtree. I don't know whether you are aware of that. A very famous company. And Subrato Bakshi is the CEO of that company. Subrato Bakshi. Okay. And he has written an excellent book on this management and professionalism. His book starts with a beautiful story. Okay. Let me share that story with you. And he defines what, because that he is telling that story to impress upon you what is really professionalism. The story goes like this. He says, Subrato Bakshi in his book on professionalism, he says that he gives this story that in Bangalore there is an hospital, some government hospital. In front of the government hospital, there used to be one lady. She lost her husband, and from village she came to survive with her 5, 6-year-old son. And she used to beg, people going to hospital, coming from hospital, those doctors, etc. They used to give some money, food, etc. And somehow she survived. 6 years, 7 years happened. This boy grew up. He became, say, 12 years old. 12 years old, 13 years old, this boy. Then what happened? His mother, she fell sick. And because, nutrition, they don't get proper food, poverty, no shelter. So obviously, she got sick, and in that sickness, she expired. So since this mother and son, they were known to people around, all those shopkeepers, hospital people, etc. Somehow they helped, and they cremated, and they do that last rites, etc. They helped, they collected money, etc. And they did all samskars, anta samskar as we call it, for that lady, his mother. This boy, 13-year, 14-year boy, he got a shock. He saw that my mother could not get the proper death. I mean, I could not do the proper sanskar for, death was also horrible. So it affected him. So what he did, this fellow, in these hospitals, there are cases like accident cases, some deaths on road, etc. Those people, they come to the hospital and they are kept in the mortuary for some time. Police case will be there. But after some time, they cannot keep in the hospital those dead bodies. So they have to be their sanskars have to be done. Can you believe? This boy, 14-year-old boy, when he found that how other people helped me in getting sanskars for my mother, he said, I will do this job. So he told these hospital people, you give me that body, I will do everything. And remember, he started doing it. And because other people were known, some people used to give him 10 rupees, some people give him 100 rupees, and he used to collect money. He will bring white cloth, then hire some tempo or something, and do everything systematically. Everything systematic. Later on, he slowly, according to the hospital rules, they also give some money to dispose of the body, whosoever takes that body and takes the responsibility, they also give some 200, 300 rupees as per the government rules. He started doing that. And slowly, he became older and older. And then he purchased a very nice four-wheeler. And he used to do that cremation work like what you call his dharma. It was his religion. It was his duty. As he would have done for his mother, he was doing it for every body, every dead body. Subrato Bakshi says, this is professionalism. He is doing this work professionally. Why? There is no promotion. His salary is not getting increased. He is not pleasing his boss or superior. Still, he is doing work with sincerity, with honesty, with devotion. This is professionalism. So, my dear participants, please remember, whether it is a leadership quality or managerial quality, unless you correct yourself, there has to be some self-correcting mechanism inside our thing. Admit mistakes. For example, you must have a big heart. As I told you, unless you commit mistakes, you cannot grow. Growth is always with mistakes. If everything is fine, you will not grow. You will not grow. It is always through mistakes. And don't try to cry or weep for this is not there, that is not there, that is not there. No. You know the story of Stephen Hawking? Everybody must be knowing Stephen Hawking. Cannot speak, cannot walk, cannot do anything. But he's a professor, gives lecture, writes books. He has written books. He has given lectures. YouTube, it is available. You will see he's like a dead person in the wheelchair. Except brain, no component of his body is working. He cannot move. But still he is giving lecture. YouTube lectures are available. Remember. So, always we find fault with what is not there. Because this is not there, I cannot do this. Because it is not there, I can. No, unless you do maximum with minimum, you are not good manager. Maximum with minimum. Taking people together. That is important. See, all our cooperation, all our progress, human progress, is only because of cooperation. In animal, this cooperation is not there. Monkeys, tigers, they don't cooperate so much, but we cooperate. We cooperate. For example, the shirt which I am wearing today, right? I do not know. It has a contribution of more than 100 people for the shirt. Somebody, has grown a cotton in his field. I do not know who was that farmer. That cotton was sold to some market. Then it was sold to a weaver. They had some threads they prepared. Transportation was there. Then the thread was prepared. Then it went to the industry. Then they prepared the cloth industry. Then it was colored. And then it went again to some tailor. Somebody has put a button, somebody has put a collar, somebody has done all, even button, plastic buttons. Somebody else contribute. You don't know. The button may be imported from Korea or China. We don't know. So single shirt which I am wearing has a contribution and cooperation of so many people which we do not know. We must be grateful to those people. Unless you take all together, there cannot be a progress. But then the question may come in your mind. If we have progressed, we say we have progressed with cooperation, with togetherness, then why there are wars? Why there is a corruption? Why there is a hate? Why people hate each other on the basis of caste, religion, etc. These are another controversy, I tell you. And that is because of information. You are fed wrong information. You are taught wrong things by all this social media or whatever it is. That is what I was talking about, the danger of artificial intelligence. That it is feeding. So wrong information flood of wrong information is likely to result in wrong decisions, as we are experiencing in case of a war, etc. Can we change it? Yes, we can change it. But we don't want to change. We don't want to change. We don't want to be good people. I want to grow myself. For that, if I can throw somebody and sit on his head and then I increase my height, I'm happy. If he falls, doesn't matter. I will sit on his body and increase my height. That attitude, it is not human attitude. You say, we are human being. You are human being. But first, be human. Human being is different. First, be human. Have that quality of being human. Being human is more important than human being. Okay? So let me take some 5-10 minutes break or this thing. And let us start discussing on this issue. If you have some on whatever, I talked or something, if you have any doubts, question, and it need not be related with what I have talked. If it is something else, that also they are welcome. So let us, for 15 minutes or so, let us have a free discussion session. Please open up. I'm opening it for the discussion and question. You can question me anything. Then again, I will tell something. Yes, any question? You raise your hands and then coordinator will help. Anything you can, or you can suppose you had a session for last 4-5 days. In that 4-5 days, suppose somebody has said something and you could not follow. Maybe if I do not know, I will say I do not know. But if we can, maybe if I can clear the doubts. Yes, I will try. Yes. Please come forward. Coordinator.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
I have a different question.
Yeah.
Is the NEP feasible for our country?
What?
Is the NEP 2020, which we are implementing,
Ah.
Is it feasible for our country as an India?
See, feasible, non-feasible, etc. I do not know. I mean, feasible in what sense you are talking or something. See, now let me tell you, if you see that document in on, yeah, listen. If you see that document in file, right, and read it, which is hardly 50 pages or some 56 pages.
Yes, sir.
Everything is good on paper. On paper, please remember. On paper, everything is good. Question is, as you, I think your doubt is whether implementation it is possible or not. Yes, there will be difficulties in the beginning. We are thinking always of in long run, right? So when, as they say, there is a proverb, when the train changes its track, there'll be some kharkadat, there'll be some noise. Always there is. So the difficulties will be there. For example, I'll give you an example. They say, teach in mother tongue. Engineering, commerce, everything should be taught in mother tongue. Now, question will be, where are the books in mother tongue? If I want to teach physics in high level physics and not school level physics, school level books may be available, but MSc physics, atomic physics, or engineering, electronics engineering, where are the books? We don't have books. So you have to create a big industry for translation of all the books, good books, which is a very difficult task. And for many words, it is very difficult to find the correct word. Now in computer, for example, delete, cut, paste, so Facebook, Twitter, so many things. If for everything you start communication, modulation, satellite communication, with some difficulties you can find the alternate words in every, and that you have to do it in every language. We have 22 languages, I mean, in all states. So these difficulties definitely have to be, will be there. So you cannot say, is it possible or not? But there are certain, for example, interdisciplinary education. One concept in this is interdisciplinary education. That is really good. Credit-based, flexible credit-based grading system. Very good, that thing. Because physics fellow has to know something about chemistry. He has to know biology, something. In fact, in future, it is a very good marriage between information technology, science, biotechnology, and nanotechnology. That is the future thing. So unless you know something about this thing, after 20 years, you cannot survive. See, you may be 40 years now or 45 years, but the student you are teaching is now 18 years or 17 years. After 5 years itself, his world is different. After 10 years, when he go for a job, his world is totally different. You have to think about it. So adaptability, flexibility has to be there. And every system, whether this policy or that policy, plus and minus points will be there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Next. Yeah. Please come forward. Don't sit idle. Unless you know, see, learning is always through discussion, questioning, doubting. You should, for example, the many statements I have made. Why should you agree with those statements? No, doubt. You should doubt those statements, question those statements. Or if you have any conceptual these things, you can ask, no problem. If I know, I will say, yes, I know. If I don't know, I'll say, I don't know. But don't say idle. Don't sit idle. Sitting idle means you are not at all active. It is giving a very bad impression. Yes. Please.
Good afternoon, sir. Why
Yes.
AI is dangerous, sir? Can you explain?
You are not clearly clear.
No. You told about AI is dangerous. Why, sir? Can you explain?
Coordinator, anybody has understood? I have not, it is not audible to me. Can you type that, or coordinator, can you translate it to me?
मैम रोल नंबर 44 आप चैट बॉक्स में डालिए.
Have you understood at least what he is talking? Question. If anybody has understood, you can translate it to me, no problem. Coordinator, have you understood? Why AI is danger in future? Yes, correct. Okay, that I told you, no. Danger is like this. This is the only technology, first time, that it is taking decision on its own. So far, all controls were, so far, all controls were in our hand. For example, I'll tell you, I'll give an example. Earlier, when atom bomb was invented, nuclear bomb, where to throw this bomb will be decided by the military person of a military officer. Military officer will decide where to put this bomb, and accordingly, they will send a missile and it will go only there. But if this instruction is given to AI, it can take its own decision, and that bomb can go anywhere. This is problematic. Sometimes it is good. Sometimes it is good. For example, since lot of information and data is analyzed by AI, because computational and data analysis capability, storing capability is good, it is very good for healthcare. For example, when you go to a doctor and you say, no, there is some problem with my stomach, pain in my stomach, the doctor will not be able to exactly find out the reason for your pain in stomach or pain in head. But if this work is given to AI chip, it will go exactly inside body, search everything and search your all parameters, analyze your all blood report, urine report, and all that scan and everything, and correctly tell you what is the problem. And even in the case of a diagnosis, it can go exactly at that place and correct that situation and come back. Something like that. Earlier, doctors, they say, we'll try this. That type of treatment is there. We'll try this. Doctors many times, they try this medicine. Oh, if this medicine is not working, let me try another. So it is, many a times it is a try and error, which is again a dangerous to patient. But in case of AI, it can accurately do it. For example, suppose university results are to be declared. If you give this data, or let us say university admissions are to be done, you give all applications to AI. What you are taking 1 month for university admissions nowadays. AI can do it in 5-6 hours. All merit list, everything, and it will do with impartial attitude, because AI doesn't know who is a boy, who is a girl, who is rich, who is poor. No, it doesn't know. So the question of differentiating between the candidate, etc., partiality, that is not there. Same case is with the patient. AI doesn't know whether the patient is rich or he is from a village boy or something. No, for him it is only a patient. He doesn't know whether he is Ambani or he is a village boy. No. So danger is this, that it is taking its own decision. Yes. Next.
Thank you, sir.
Anything? Another thing which is important in the leadership is first they have to find out that what is wrong with the system. See, for any decision making process, finding what is wrong is very important. Sometimes they call it SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity or this thing, opportunity and threats or other options, something, what you don't call threats or other alternatives. So this SWOT analysis is very important because, and I must know what work I should get it done from which person. That is all. Choosing proper people around you is very important in leadership. If you have to do something like a community work, then you must give a right person right work. If you give a wrong work to a wrong person, then situation will not move. And in a system, everything is independent. It is like a connecting one box to the another box to another. And output from one goes as an input to another. This input goes to another. There is a chain. So other people are depending on your decision. So suppose you have taken a right decision at one stage, it is likely to affect even sincere people or honest people at other end. Therefore, choosing people and choosing right people is very important. Don't trust words, trust actions. Actions are to be trusted. Words are not to be trusted. Just now I told, some student came and they said, paper is leaked. No, words, it is important. What is really, what has happened? Action is important. Words are not important. People can tell you anything, but action will tell you everything. Words can tell, wrong things, but action will not tell wrong things. So believe in action, not in words. People, they do not decide their future. They decide their habits. What are their qualities as a person? And habits decides future. Please remember, it is a very vicious circle. Your habits are very important because habits decides future. If you are smart people think before they speak. Smart people think before they speak. Wise people think before they think. You understood? Smart people think before they speak, but wise people think before they think. There is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. We all university degrees, we accumulate knowledge. Have we accumulated wisdom? That is important. In managerial decision process, wisdom is required. Not knowledge may not be required. Knowledge is not required. I'll give you an example. See, for everything, you need not know all details. When you teach your son or a daughter a bicycle riding, when he or she is 8-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year boy or a girl, you teach a cycle riding. And slowly, once you are behind it, you hold the handle, you hold the back portion. And slowly after 15 days or 20 days, he or she starts independently riding a bicycle. What have you done? Have you told science behind it? Have you told that boy, 8-year boy or a 9-year boy, a science behind it? No. But remember, he knows all 3 Newton's laws of motions He knows gravitational force. He knows Einstein's postulate, gravitational force, centrifugal force, centripetal force, because unless he knows everything, he cannot balance the cycle. Principle of itself is that unless all this velocity, acceleration, speed, angle, bend, balance, all these things, unless those complicated equations which you study in BSc and MSc, unless those are followed, he cannot ride the bicycle independently. But without knowing that, he is doing it. So he has a wisdom, but he doesn't have a knowledge. He doesn't know Newton's laws. He doesn't know the Einstein's E is equal to mc square. No, still he does it. Same thing is with learning a language. When you learn a language, when you teach a boy, 3-year-old boy, 4-year-old boy, he speaks language properly. He does not commit a mistake between male, female, pullinga, strilinga, ekvachan, anekvachan, all that thing. Singular, plural. He doesn't make mistakes. Mistake starts only when you start teaching grammar. He starts committing mistakes when you teach grammar. Without grammar, you see, 4-year boy or 4-year-old girl, his language is perfect. So there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Sometimes listening, another thing, listening is very important. Sometimes people, they are habituated to too much talking. You don't communicate much by talking. Just you want that they should feel your presence. But your presence is not felt by your continuous talking. Sometimes it is irritating. Your presence sometimes is also felt by your silence, your thinking. Just one comment, 2 comments, 1 question, 2 questions, you know it. So this is very important. How much you know is not important. Whatever you know, can you apply it? Can you apply it? Honesty is important. I remember in Sudhamurthy's book, there is a very famous example. Sudhamurthy is the wife of Infosys founder, Narayan Murthy. She has written excellent books. I do not know how many of you have read it. If you have not read it, better read it. Excellent books. They are very easy to follow in English. Very short stories are there. So there is one story she tells that they wanted, she is, she is a computer expert. So they wanted to appoint a candidate who must know a particular language. In computer, there are languages. This language, C language, Python or something like that. So many languages. So they wanted so. So every candidate in interview, they used to ask questions. Do you know this language? He will say, yes, I know. But when they start asking questions, they found that candidates were not able to answer the questions. One candidate came. Again, she asked the question, do you know this language? The candidate said, no, madam, I do not know this language, but second sentence is very important. He said, I do not know this language, but second sentence is very important. He said, madam, if you give me 15 days, I will learn and deliver. I will learn and deliver. Believe me, this candidate was selected who said, I do not know. All those who said, we know, we know, we know, they were not selected. This was selected. Why? Because he had capacity to learn. He has urge to learn. He has a confidence. Madam, give me 15 days, I will give. All those fellows, they were simply telling lies, fooling. So please remember, I purposely gave you this example because sometimes knowledge is not important. Your courage is important. I give you another example. One girl candidate, engineering candidate, she was applying, and this is a true story. She appeared again for the interview for very famous, it's a Infosys company, Infosys, and it is a very 30-year-old story when Infosys was very new. She was a young graduate, engineering college, not very merit candidate, so hardly 65%, 68% candidate that time. She was asked only 3 questions. First question, have you appeared for any interview before this? She said, yes, I have appeared. Question number 2, were you selected in that interview? She said, no, I was not selected. Third and last question, why you were not selected? Why you were not selected in that interview? The girl immediately replied, it is lost to that company and not to me. It is lost to that company, not to me. Girl was immediately selected for Infosys. That's all. See the daring of the girl. She says, if that company has not selected, company has lost. Company is loser. I am not the loser. I am capable. See the confidence. People want confidence. They don't want your knowledge, degrees, class. It's immaterial. There are, if you give examples, there are so many examples without degrees, without class, how people have it. Right? So these are the things which are important thing. And as a leader, taking people together, having empathy, sympathy, love for your colleagues, very important. Another example, and that all of you know the person. So, and since that person is very close to me, I have worked with him for more than 1 decade. So I know person, Dr. APJ Kalam. This incident which I am narrating is also there in his book. When he was before joining the defense, DRDO, he was earlier in ISRO. In his first young age, he was in ISRO. So they were, working on some satellite and other things. So people, they have to work day and night. So morning, one of his colleague told that junior colleague that evening he wants to go early, 5 o'clock, because there is a birthday of his son. So I want to go early. So he said, okay, you can go. But he told him that, see, that before you go, solve that problem, that problem, some issues are there. Just resolve that issue and then you go, no problem. But when 5 o'clock over, Dr. Kalam found that that boy is still working. He did go 5 o'clock, 5:30, till he is there. He was working. So Kalam did not disturb that colleague. Do you know what he did? He himself went to his house. He took a lot of sweets, lot of presents for his son, for his birthday. And he took his son and his family out. And when, of course, this person goes at night, 9 o'clock in the night after finishing the work and says sorry, etc. So the boy, his son told him, "Arey, Kalam uncle has come and we had a very nice birthday already." This is empathy for your colleagues. Incident is very small, but it is worth mentioning. You know what is the human relationship between each other. There was no need for a person to go to his son's birthday, etc. Why he might have told, the colleague would have told some reason or no. He is solving your problem in the office. So you have to solve his problem at home. Is it not? So this is very important. How you behave with your colleagues. I'll give you another example of Dr. Kalam. When he came to Ministry of Defense, DRDO, and we were together in the Hyderabad. I was in the Usmania University and he was in the DRDO. So lot of, interactions and used to work in the same meetings and same committees, etc. One of his colleagues in DRDO was working with me for PhD. His PhD, he was working with me in Usmania University. He registered for PhD. So every 6 months, Dr. Kalam used to give me a ring and inquire, what is the progress of that, etc., etc. So once I told him, see, he has so much pressure in your office. Office work is there and this work is also there. So he is not able to concentrate on PhD. So if you want his PhD to be done sincerely and quickly, the only solution is you give him 6 months leave. I mean, he will not come to your office for 6 months. Somehow you manage and give 6 months. I will see to it that he completes his work in 6 months. You will not believe. Next day, his leave was sanctioned. Next day. And he started coming, and within 6 months, he wrote the thesis, submitted, and completed his PhD. See, Dr. Kalam is great because everybody calls him doctor, etc. He is not a PhD. He is not even he is not a postgraduate also. Do you know that? Dr. Kalam, he is not this doctor degree is a honorary degree. He is not even a postgraduate, but he has headed the laboratory. He became the scientific advisor. This is not, that is why I am saying education is not matter. It does not matter. Leadership quality matters. Guru of my guru in IIT. Can you believe he was not PhD? Guru of my guru in IIT was not PhD. But he himself produced 12 PhDs, dozen PhDs. Not only that, he became the even director of IIT later, without PhD. So PhD, this thing is not important. Leadership qualities are important. Leadership qualities are important. I still remember that one incident of guru of my guru. When in IIT, we were we got promoted from lecturer to associate professor. But in our case, in my case, or in one or two candidates, the order was not coming. Appointment order was not coming. That registrar, some hitch was there. And that registrar was not, there was some issue of whether to give a contractual order or a permanent order. Some issue was there and registrar was not issuing the order. This guru of my guru, he became deputy director. We got promotion. After that, he became, within 15 days, he became deputy director. As soon as he became deputy director, 10 o'clock, he went to the office, joined as deputy director. At 10:30, first thing he did is he issued our appointment orders. First thing he did, he issued our appointment orders. This is called leadership. This is called concern for colleagues. This is called management. human relations are more important than anything else. Please remember, 40 years old story I am telling now. Where is an SSD? The Guru of Guru is in heaven. But still I am telling his story to you. Why? It doesn't get wiped off from memory. It cannot get wiped off from memory. You have to have such imprints that they will not get wiped off from the memory. Please remember. Coordinator, madam, you have any doubts or questions or any topics which I should... anybody there? Coordinator, madam, is there?
Sir, I am there, Dr. Rafe. I see.
Rafe, is there any issue or something which you feel that I should...
Yes, sir. Participants, first of all, I would request all participants to open the camera. सभी सहभागी मित्र हमारे कैमरा ओपन करें, सभी लोग.
फोटो ले रहे?
नहीं सर, आपसे सवाल पूछने के लिए तो कैमरा.
नहीं, you are on the ground now?
No, sir. It is just virtual wallpaper.
Oh, wallpaper. Oh, but I am seeing university,
Yes,
that famous university building, you know.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what good memories are there.
Yes, sir. So participants, if you have any doubts, question, this section
Participants are that, so what is it, lady?
Yambal madam.
Yeah, well, madam, if she has any doubt or she feels that I should touch some points.
Well, sir, you're going on very beautifully, sir. Continue. It's so
No, I am
beautiful to hear you, sir. Yes,
No,
sir, it's
see-
wonderful, sir.
No, instead of my continuing, you should ask doubts.
Question
No,
this
sir, we are
will
getting
be
inspired, sir.
Mono,
We're
see,
getting
this
inspired, sir.
monorail is not good. Monorail is not good. You see, you must have doubts. Without questions.
So,
You
we
will
would like
not
to
learn.
thank, sir, we'd like to thank Rafi, sir, and the team for your lecture, sir. It is beautiful, sir. Rafi, sir, thanks a lot. Wonderful, beautiful lecture, sir.
Yes,
सुनने का
yes.
दिल हो रहा है कि सुनते ही चले, sir, आपको.
No, don't say beautiful. Ask questions. Without
सवाल
questions,
सवाल आने
without
चाहिए. एक
questions, it
सवाल.
will not become beautiful.
Unmute
Without
करिए.
Good evening, respected sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I just wanted to know your opinion. See, in the area of artificial intelligence and chat GPT and IoT, so what is the future of teachers in this current area, sir, in the area of artificial intelligence?
Don't get afraid about chat GPT and other things. See, I could have given this lecture, today's lecture. See, I found, you asked that Meta, MI Meta or whatever it is. They give immediately some 20 slides. Suppose I say I have to give a lecture in BAMU, some 20 slides they would have easily given me. But would have those colored slides and that slideshow, Eastman color slideshow, would not have pleased you. Is it not? So, same story is here also. Right? Same story is here. Chat GPT or whatever he does, you ask that boy or a girl 2 questions. He will get exposed or she will get exposed. So, as a teacher, it is your responsibility to really find out whether that product in front of you called a student is genuine or not. It is your job. So the importance of teacher is not going to lose. However, as a mentor, you only one thing, your role may be changing. Role is changing. You have to be mentor. Let me tell you, there are many concepts and many lectures on YouTube which are much beautiful than teacher in the classroom. At age of 75, I have learned many mathematical concepts, I can admit, which were not clear to me so far. And still I am learning. Suppose somebody asks me, how do you spend time? I'm telling you, I'm spending time on YouTube. That 15-20 minutes lecture clears many doubts in school, colleges. Those doubts were not clear, but that teacher. So you get a very good teacher, very good lecture, but telling stories like me, which I have done today, will you get it on ChatGPT? Tell me. That only comes through experience. For example, one person went to a doctor and, patient. They said, she said that one doctor has told me that I should go for operation for my hip, hip operation. So he went and other thing. So she showed all reports and other thing. This doctor was an also expert. He said, I personally feel that it is not required. Operation is not required. Then what he said, you get up and go back and walk up to the door. So that patient got up and walked up to the door. He said, please come back. Then he asked, do you keep your heavy purse in your back pocket always? There was a big heavy purse in the back pocket. He said, yes, sir, I keep that. Yeah, he said, just remove that purse from tomorrow. You will be all right. That habit of keeping a heavy purse in the back was causing some nerve tension, and it was creating this thing. Will you get this diagnosis on ChatGPT? No. So I have answered your question. Let they go to ChatGPT. Let they go to so many things. That is knowledge. That is information. That is not wisdom. Person survives by wisdom. Person does not survive by degrees. That person read my biodata. That biodata is 30 years old. What is important? What I am today. That is important, no? What is it I am able to deliver something or not? What is the use of that biodata? So, please, degrees are not important. Nowadays, no company is looking for your degrees. They see your statement of purpose. You know what is statement of purpose? Have you prepared anybody? You are all management teachers, is it not?
No, sir.
Are you management?
All teachers are mixed. All subjects. Heterogeneous group.
Oh, heterogeneous. Okay. Okay. When you do one thing, all teachers tonight, I'm telling you, I'm giving a simple exercise to you. Take a A4 size paper. Take A4 size paper and write on the top statement of purpose and write your own statement of purpose. What are you? What are your weaknesses? What are your good points? What you want to become in life? That's all. One page. Follow that page throughout your life. By that page, if you show that page, people will give you a job because I can know you from that page. I will not know you from your 80% marks and 90% marks. They are all useless. I tell you. On your face, I can tell you. You are all degrees. PhD, blah, 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 18 publications, this publication, all nonsense. What you are today. That one page will tell you. So all of you, try it. And please remember, this is the most difficult task. I can assure you, you will have to throw 30 to 40 pages tonight in dustbin before writing your final statement of purpose. I can tell you, you will not be able to sleep tonight if you are not able to write proper statement of purpose. This I can challenge. Do it. Statement of purpose is a dynamic paper. Tomorrow it will change. After 1 year, it will change. After 2 years, let it be changed. But write it. Write it. Unless you write, you don't know where to go. Where to go is important. And you know, there is a famous English poem. I was going. There were two roads. All rush was going by one road. I followed the other road. I won. Because on that road, when nobody was going, there was a beautiful jungle, beautiful flowers, beautiful nature, which I would have missed if I would have followed the others. Don't follow. Find your own path.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anybody else? Rafael, you wanted to say something?
No, sir. My
No,
request.
you said you want to say have some points, no?
No, sir. I was just requesting the participants if they have any question.
Questions are based on their last 4 or 5 days. You have some, goal.
Yes.
This should be done, that should be done, they should know this, they should. If by any chance any point is not covered, maybe in remaining 10-15 minutes, I can cover it. That's what I asked. Anybody can ask, no problem.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Sucheta Yambal.
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Sir, I'm good, sir. Thank you so much.
Very nice to
sir,
see you after so many years.
Sir, same here.
No, do you remember in your, you were there
Yes.
when I was there?
Yes, sir. This is what I was about to share.
After telling this incident of statement of purpose.
Yes. We have
Do
written
you
it.
remember the incident?
Yes, we have. Yes, sir. We have written it.
Then you do one thing. Before you ask a question, tell that incident to everybody. Tell that incident.
That is what I was about to share. That when Honorable Sir was our Vice Chancellor, I got to work under him, under his able guidance for 2.5 to 3 years. And Sir asked us to write this statement of purpose. All the teachers were asked to write this statement of purpose and submit it to him.
No.
And
were you student or what?
No,
you
sir.
were
No,
teacher,
sir.
no?
Yes, we are a teacher.
I think the incident, I did not ask. See, what happened, I tell you, it happened, all students, there was some problem with their placement.
Yes,
They
sir, in
said,
MBA. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they say they are not getting placement.
Placement,
And they say the training and placement officer is not doing anything. And they were complaining about training and placement officer, and
Yes, sir.
a lot of problem was there.
Girish.
So I went to the class and I said, okay,
Hmm.
you are saying that you want a job. Okay. So I gave them a simple exercise. I asked them to write statement of purpose. I said, you have to write why I should give you a job. You see, please write on one piece of paper what qualities you have and why I should give you a job. And I'm giving you 24 hours. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock in my VC's office, all of you should submit this one-page write-up. Not a single student was able to submit. Then I asked, then I again came to the department. I said, if you cannot justify why you want a job, why I should give you a job, why should I give you a job?
Yes, sir.
If you justify to me that yes, I am capable, I can tell you, I will go to the industry for you and I will say this so and Mr. So and so is very good or Miss so and so is very good. Please give him a job and give him this package. I will tell you. But they were not able to justify and they want to shout. The training placement officer is not doing anything. This is not there, that is not there. They were shouting. So you also should know how to shut their mouth with proper advice. They were then asked, see, writing the statement of purpose is very difficult. It is not an easy thing.
Yes, sir.
Writing an abstract of a paper is the most difficult thing. Writing paper is easy. Sometimes you may write a paper. 4, 5 pages, 5 pages. But writing an abstract, very difficult. Giving a title to the paper, more difficult.
More
Giving
difficult,
proper,
yes.
proper title to the research paper is very difficult, more difficult. So
Yes, sir.
shorter is the thing, more difficult it becomes. That's why now people are, in science we are saying quanta, shorter and shorter, more and more energy. Okay, you ask now.
Mhm.
You can go ahead. You can ask. Go
Sir,
ahead.
when you also told us, I was quite new when I came to this university. And when you told us to write SOP, even teachers were to write an SOP. So when we write our statement of purpose, we could identify that we are not able to frame it correctly. We don't know what exactly we want to do in life. And while writing SOP, we could make out, okay, there are few challenges. Yes.
See, that's why when you go for an interview, you say, I'm not promoted as associate professor. I'm not promoted as a professor. I have 20 years of experience. I have 25 years experience. I will ask, do you have 20 years experience or you have 1 year experience repeated 20 times? If you understand the joke, you say, I have 20 years of experience. I will ask you, do you have real 20 years of varied experience or you have 1 year experience repeated 20 times? Same work, same subject you are teaching, same research you are doing.
Yes.
Yeah, unless you have
Yes.
varied experience, you should be able to tell when you appear for the interview, you should be able to tell, yes, I have done this, I have done this, I have guided this project, I have taken this. Variety. People need variety. They don't need same thing.
Yes.
For
Yes,
example,
sir.
when this madam asked me to give a lecture, she said management. I was shocked. See, I said, I'm not a management expert. How can I give a lecture? I'm an engineer. How can I give a lecture? No, she said you give. So I dared. But I have prepared. You see, so much preparation I have done. So much preparation. Searched how to talk, what to talk, how to present.
But sir, then you have
Because
been an excellent leader, and that
it
is
is
why
a
it was
question of
apt for you
it
to
is a
do this.
question of engaging a class of how many? 50 or how many? 50?
61, sir.
So 60
61.
people. 60 people for 2-3 hours is not a joke. And you should not,
No.
tell stories. See, another thing I'm telling you, all our progress is because of telling stories. Do you know that? We are telling stories. We are telling stories. Religion is a story. Management is a story. Finance is a story. Rupee is a story. See, suppose I give you 1 lakh rupee and asked you to go in a jungle alone. Does that 1 lakh has a value? 1 lakh has a value only when you go to a market, only when you want to purchase a car or TV. In jungle, if I am alone with 1 lakh rupees, that 1 lakh doesn't have a value. Is it not? So, we have given that value to that rupee. 1 lakh, 500 rupees, 200 rupees, $1. We have given. So, there is a trust between a customer and a purchaser. There is a trust between you and a bank. See, when I want to transfer a money to 1 lakh to somebody, am I taking 1 lakh rupees and transferring notes? No, it is a computer transfer. But we believe, we trust the bank that when they say that money has been transferred, it means it has been transferred. Actually, physically, 1 lakh rupees is not being transferred. So, trust. That is important. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Suchita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Suchita.
Sir, yes, sir. I just wanted to ask Rafi, sir, if we should go ahead with the valedictory or
Yes,
we should
we
still
can
keep
now
up.
go ahead with the valedictory session. President of the valedictory session, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am has also joined our cloud meeting. So it will be a right time that we can start this valedictory session. So I would request Gaurav Jadhav to start the university song and the banner.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे,
गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर,
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर, संत महंतांचे विरागी, गीत आमुचे वादळाचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला,
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा विरलेला,
सोन पहाट उदयाचे, गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा, शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला, समतेचा संग्राचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला. विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
Thank you. Gaurav, you can stop the university song. So on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's chief guest for this valedictory session, Honorable former Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Vijay Pandharipande sir. Also, I extend my warm welcome to the president of this valedictory session, senior professor from our university campus, director of this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am. Also, we have been joined by the course coordinator, a person who has taken a lot of pain and efforts for the success of this program, course coordinator, Dr. Suchita Yambal ma'am, and the entire participants. The journey for this short-term course, which we have started on 28th of this last month, July, inaugural session, we had a talk of Dr. Sudhir Gawane sir, who is founding and former Vice Chancellor of MGM University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. He delivered a talk on leadership in education. Then we had a talk by Dr. Ajit Thete sir, who has delivered a talk on exploring leadership styles. Then we had a talk by Dr. Kishan Watni sir, who is EQ Academy, working as an motivator in EQ Academy, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. He delivered a talk on emotional intelligence and teaching and leadership. Then we had a talk by Dr. Arun Ingle sir, who delivered a talk. He was from Pune. He delivered a talk on ethical leadership and moral responsibility. Then Pradnya Savai, she is working in Government College of Arts and Science, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. She very nicely delivered a talk on effective communication listening skills. Then we had one MOOC lecture, online MOOC lecture, pre-recorded lecture, which were given to the participant. Because on that particular day, many participants have recorded their seminar micro teaching presentations. So on that day, we have skipped the live lectures, and pre-recorded lectures were given to the participant on Wednesday, 30th July. Then also we had an industrial expert, Mr. Mukund Kulkarni sir. He delivered a talk on self-awareness and personal leadership. On the same day, Director of our Management Science Department, Dr. Abhijit Shedke sir, he delivered a talk on AI innovation in education. Then Dr. Devidas Golar, he was from KG Somaya Institute of Management, Mumbai. He delivered a talk on building collaborative teams. Then on the same day, Dr. Shirir Palaspure sir, who is a therapist, trainer, and supervisor from Nagpur, he delivered a talk on mentorship, coaching, professional development. And today morning, we had a talk by Dr. Abhijit Thakur, who is a senior professor from Shri Balaji University, Pune. He delivered a talk on strategic planning and decision making. So this was a short-term course, and the course coordinator has taken really care that the theme of the course were aligned according to the lectures, according to the theme, the lectures were aligned. That was leadership skills and development. And I hope that all participants have taken something in their bags and they will deliver those things to their colleagues, students, and to the society. And we hope that the true outcome of this course will be that the message should be carried forward of this course to the society, to the students, and to the colleagues by the participants. So,
Sir,
not
can
taking
we note
much
of
of time,
that?
I would request Honorable guest, Professor Vijay Pandharipande sir, to deliver a valedictory address to all of us. Over to you, sir.
Anyway, thank you very much, Dr. Suchitra, Dr. Dhanashri, Dr. Afe. These are all my old colleagues. 10 years back, I worked with them. It was a wonderful experience to work with them, and again and again, interacting through online mode now, of course, not with physical presence there. But still, I enjoy the interacting, not teaching. I don't call this as a teaching, because teaching, preaching, etc., the age has gone. I don't believe in teaching and preaching. Nothing goes inside. So it is only a question of interaction, so that we share. And we also, in fact, many times I also learn many things through such questions, because I know where the world is going. World was not 10 years back, the world was different. 20 years back, world was different. When I graduated, world was different. So things are so not only changing, they are changing with a tremendous speed in all dimensions. That is another important. Not only syllabus changing, not only the examination system changing, but the industrial revolution, IT revolution, and so many things, And we never knew what is IQ, emotional intelligence. Now emotional problem. Just now they say you have emotional intelligence problem. Now emotional intelligence issues are coming in your working culture. So it is a multidimensional learning process, and therefore no subject is a particular faculty. Therefore, I have always now suggested, and that time also I used to say, that in the university environment, we should build the bridges and break the walls. We should break the walls between various departments, and build the bridges. Meaning thereby, let there be a continuous flow of thoughts, of research, of curricula from one department to the another department. Physics, chemistry, management. See, in everything you will find this building is different, that building is different. Those teachers will not mix, they will not discuss. But in my opinion, if you discuss the issues, there is a possibility that in management problem, a person from statistics department can help you and solve your problem, and maybe a combined research, good research can be done with the help of management and statistics, or from mathematics for that matter. Hospital management is a very important, now, it has become important, the mass hospital management. Big issue it has become. So, all the concept of learning, graduation learning has to be changed. It should not be, I still remember one day, in IIT, our IIT, one outside teacher came, and I was sitting with my senior teacher. So he asked my professor, "Sir, I want a copy of syllabus." He said, "Sir, I want a copy of whatever your IIT is teaching. I want a copy of the syllabus." Do you know what my teacher replied? She said, "I don't have a copy of syllabus. Whatever I teach is the syllabus. Whatever I teach is the syllabus." So it is all that written document and other things, Similarly, examination, 3 hours examination, 100 marks. Means for decided questions, for fixed questions, fixed answers, fixed marks, 100, 50, this thing, that thing, all this is true. Why it should be? Can the candidate not be examined in 10 minutes? Why should you need 3 hours to examine him? Can he not be tested in 3 minutes or 5 minutes? Do you really need? And after examining him for 3 hours, marks which he gets 80 out of 100 or 90 out of 100 or whatever it is, is he worth of that marks? No. If he is worth, he will get jobs. He is not getting job with 80%, 90%. He is not getting job because he is not even able to speak. He is not able to communicate. So what is the use of 80%, 90%, 3 hours examination, 4 hours, all that thing? So I think it is the right time now that You should change your what a real meaningful education means. More practicals, more problem solving techniques. Whole semester. And that also group. Make a group, 10 people. Not even that. 10 people from management, 2 people from statistics, 2 people from language department, English department. Let them all join together and do some big project, big things. Try this. Try this. Huge project, mini project. Go to some government agency. Ask them. Do a district collector, for example, municipal commissioner, police commissioner. Do you have any problem to solve? Any management problem or any issue? We will do it. Get a problem and get it solved by your student instead of teaching the same subject and same, traditional thing. Why? Change. Change, innovation is now very important. And now you will ask me, no, sir, our university system does not allow. This does not. Who told you? Who is making syllabus? We only are making syllabus. Academic council or that dean or this thing, these people are not falling from the sky, no? They are also human beings like you and me. So if you say that this is my way of doing the thing, I want to do this experiment, who can prevent you? No, nobody can prevent you. Please remember, for good things, nothing can come in your way, provided your end objective is good. Of course, if end objective is not good, there are a lot of selfish issues involved. No, then think problems start. But if you are doing for the betterment of students, betterment of university, betterment of learning, you always can do some innovative experiments. So even, for example, this HRDC also, I would suggest you have some traditional guidelines, even by UGC or, set rules, set thing. Why not try something else? Some different ways of, just like I told you, group discussion. Instead of total lectures, have group discussion, have group exercise. Have group exercise. I think these things will help. So I suggest HRDC director and coordinators, other thing, that can you do some innovation in this process? And then you will be remembered that this madam, when she was the director, she introduced this. When this professor was the coordinator, the situation was different. Some exercise was done, some work was done. We were involved. See, otherwise, listening from this year and this year it goes, that thing goes inside. What is the use? So try to do some innovative ideas, bring some innovative ideas in your teaching, project, seminars, interaction with your faculty, in your PhD research, in your PhD guidance, or those who want to do PhD, in your PhD. Anything new is always welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech and the way you have concluded this event through your valedictory address. So, not taking much time, I would now request our respected director, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am, to give a presidential remark to this valedictory session.
Thank you, Dr. Rafi. It is definitely an honor for me to preside over this valedictory session where Pandharipande sir is the chief guest. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Sucheta Yambal for managing this entire course very well with, persons from diverse fields she invited for lectures. And because I'm also really, every time I see Professor Pandharipande sir, I get nostalgic. And today is also no exception to that. So I feel really very nostalgic and remember when Pandharipande sir was our leader and he was the vice chancellor and he came to see the students in our department. I remember that time Pandharipande sir talked about Steve Jobs. I remember he talked about Steve Jobs' speech, which is very much there on the internet. If you want to search, you can search it. And it is titled as Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish. I think it was addressed to the students of Stanford University. And Steve Jobs told what actually knowledge is. So what he said and what Pandharipande sir told us that day when he was in our department was that knowledge is about joining the dots. So you have to connect the dots. And so somebody asked Pandharipande sir about, what is the role of teachers in the era of artificial intelligence. Then I would go one step ahead and say that you should encourage students to use AI because it's a tool and we can teach them how to use it to their benefit very effectively. So that is, I think, what can.
I think ma'am got disconnected. Just she will come back in a minute. मैम ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है आप you can just reconnect it once again, ma'am. You can log out and log in again.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible now, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah, so I will just wind up in a few seconds. And I just want to say that we should be innovative as Pandharipande sir has very well guided us. And so in his leadership, I remember I learned quite a lot. And he was the one who started the liberal arts department in our university. So actually interdisciplinary approach is what we need. Multidisciplinary approach is what we need. And with these words, I just say thanks to all the participants and to Dr. Rafe, to Dr. Sucheta Yambal, and of course to Dr. Pandharipande sir. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable, kind words to all the participants. So before concluding this valedictory session with the permission of honorable guest and the president, I would request Dr. Suchita Yambal, ma'am, to deliver a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries in this cloud meeting.
Thank you, Rafi sir. Good evening, everyone. As we draw the curtains on this enriching workshop, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of MMTTC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and on my own behalf. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, whose inspiring address not only has motivated us, but also has provided a visionary perspective that guided the tone of the post-work, which has guided the tone for the post-workshop tenure also. Sir, your presence and thoughts are truly a blessing for all of us. A heartfelt thanks goes to all our distinguished speakers, panelists, and resource persons who took time from their busy schedule to share their valuable knowledge, research, and experiences. Their sessions were informative, thought-provoking, and sparkled meaningful discussions that we are sure will resonate with the participants beyond this event. I am also thankful to Dr. Mahajan Madam, Director MMTTC, who supported the planning of this event despite her mother's hospitalization. Our thoughts are with your mom, madam, and we pray for her swift recovery. Special thanks to Dr. Abdul Rafe sir for being kind enough to schedule and execute this entire workshop. Without your support, sir, this event wouldn't have been possible. And it goes without saying that Gaurav sir is the backbone of this execution and proved to be my right hand during this tenure. A sincere thanks to all the participants who brought life to the workshop through the active involvement, thoughtful questions, and genuine enthusiasm. Without your engagement, the sessions wouldn't have been as vibrant and meaningful. Our gratitude also goes to the technical and administrative team, the support staff, and the volunteers who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure everything ran smoothly. Finally, I would like to thank our institution's leadership for their continuous encouragement and support, and for providing us with this platform to learn, collaborate, and grow together. Thank you once again to each and every one of you for making this workshop a grand success. Let's take the insights and inspiration gathered here forward into our respective fields and continue the journey of learning. Best wishes to all of you all. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ma'am, your valuable contribution will be remembered by this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center in future also, and your expertise will be required by our center in future also. So with the permission of honorable guest and the president, I would request Gaurav Jadhav to start the national anthem, and I would request all the persons those who have joined the meeting to stand up for national anthem. Yes, you can start, Gaurav.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधर तव शुभ नाम जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जयगाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय
Thank you. Thanks a lot. You can end the cloud meeting now, Gaurav.
Thank you.